Hello everyone, today we will study about the crop sorghum. In this chapter, we will be discussing about the cultivation technology of sorghum. Before going into details, first let's see what is sorghum. Sorghum, scientifically known as Sorghum bicolor lineage mons, belongs to the grass family Poaceae. They are popularly known as jowar in India. Under water-limited conditions, sorghum is reliably more productive than maize. It is found in the arid and semi-arid part of the world due to its feature of being extremely drought-tolerant. It is known as camel crop because it has the capacity to withstand against drought. It has potential to compete effectively with crops like maize under good environment and management conditions. Its performance is much better than maize in marginal land under moisture stress or excessive moisture conditions. Unlike wheat flour, it does not contain gluten. This makes it a suitable alternative food for people with wheat gluten allergies. Now let's discuss about the origin of the crop. Sorghum is considered to be originated in northern Africa. The date of arrival of cultivated sorghum in India is uncertain, but probably it was brought to India from Africa by visitors and merchants. Next, we will discuss about geographic distribution. Major sorghum producing countries include United States, Nigeria, Sudan, India, and Mexico. The United States is the world's largest producer of grain sorghum, followed by India, Nigeria, and Mexico. In India, it is grown in Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, Tamil Nadu, Rajasthan, and Uttar Pradesh. Out of the total area under sorghum cultivation in India, 50% is cultivated in Maharashtra. And out of the total production in the nation, 52% is from Maharashtra, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, and Tamil Nadu. Now we will discuss about its economic importance. Sorghum is considered very nutritious just like maize. They have multiple uses as grain, fodder, forage, and more recently as bioenergy crop. In some part of Africa and Asia, they are consumed as staple food. Besides being used as food and fodder, sorghum is used for production of ethanol, alcohol, starch, adhesives, and paper. Next, we will discuss about the classification of sorghum. There are three species of sorghum. The first one is Sorghum helipens. Next is Sorghum porphyrium. And the last one is Sorghum bicolor. The first two species are wild, and Sorghum bicolor, that is the last one, is further divided into three subspecies. The first subspecies is Sorghum bicolor, subspecies bicolor. This is cultivated sorghum. And the second one is Sorghum bicolor, subspecies arundinaceum, that is wild sorghum. And the last one is Sorghum bicolor, subspecies drummondi. This is the hybrid between the above two subspecies. Next, we will study about the races of sorghum. Cultivated sorghum is divided into 5 basic races. The first one is bicolor, next Guinea, next is Cordatum, the fourth one is Kafir, and the last one is Dura. And 10 hybrid races are Guinea bicolor, Cordatum bicolor, Kafir bicolor, Dura bicolor, Guinea Cordatum, Guinea Kafir, Guinea Dura, Kafir Cordatum, Dura Cordatum, and the last one is Kafir Dura. Next, we will see what are its climatic requirements. Sorghum is a warm weather short day crop but can be grown under a wide range of conditions. The plant can tolerate high temperature throughout their life cycle better than any other cereal crop. A temperature of 27 to 30 degrees Celsius is required for optimum growth as well as development. The temperature, however, can be as low as 21 degrees Celsius without a dramatic effect on growth and yield. Exceptionally high temperature causes a decrease in yield. The minimum temperature for germination varies from 7 degrees Celsius to 10 degrees Celsius. It is grown from sea level to as high as 3,000 meters above mean sea level. Therefore, it can be grown successfully in areas having average annual rainfall between 60 and 100 centimeters. Next, we will see about its soil requirement. Sorghum is mainly grown on lands which usually are not suitable for the production of maize. They grow best in sandy loam to loam soil having high water retention capacity. They can tolerate a little of alkaline, salt, and prefer a pH ranges of 6.5 to 8.5. Sorghum can better tolerate short periods of waterlogging compared to maize. The black cotton soil of central India are very good for its cultivation. Now, let us know together about the promising varieties of sorghum. First, we will see about the fodder sorghum varieties. Among the single-cut varieties, PC6, PC23, MP Sari 1 and 2, AC 171 and 260 can be mentioned. As the multi-cut varieties, MFSH3, Harasona and CSV20MF can be grown. And the last one is dual-purpose varieties. Among the popularly grown varieties, CSV15, PC5, SPB462 and CSH13 can be mentioned. Next is about grain varieties. Among the grain varieties, CSV14R, CSV216R, also known as Fule Yasoda. Next is CSV18, also known as SPV1595, and M351 can be mentioned. The last one is about hybrid sorghum. Among the hybrid varieties, CSH23, CSH16, CSH18 and CSH21 can be mentioned. Next, we will discuss about land preparation. 1 or 2 plowing followed by 2 crosswise harrowing is sufficient to obtain a desirable seed bed. Thereafter, planking should be done to break the clods and to level the field. In heavy soils, prone to waterlogging, leveling is necessary to provide proper drainage. Now let us know together about its optimum sowing time. Last week of June to first week of July is the optimum time of sowing. However, under unirrigated conditions, sowing within a week of the onset of the first monsoon shower is ideal. Next is about the seed treatment. Seed treatment with Thiram at the rate of 3 gram per kg of seeds takes care of almost all the diseases. Now, we will discuss about the sowing methods. Sorghum is sown either by broadcasting or in rows behind the plow. Seeds of hybrids and improved varieties should preferably be sown in rows. After germination, plants in the rows are thinned at the desired spacing. Sorghum is a tall growing crop, and to avoid mutual shedding, sowing should be done in east-west direction. Next, we will discuss about the optimum seed rate, spacing, and sowing depth. A seed rate of 8 to 10 kg per hectare is required to obtain a desirable plant population of around 1 lakh to 2 lakh. This can be achieved by planting at a spacing of 45 cm by 12.5 cm or 60 cm by 9.5 cm. A sowing depth should be around 2 to 2.5 cm. Next is about the thinning operation. Thinning should be done 10 to 15 days after emergence of the crop, and if necessary, it should be done again at 20 to 25 days after emergence. All the disease and insect-infected plants, if any, should be uprooted while thinning. Now, we will discuss about manures and fertilizer application. Application of 10 tons per hectare farmyard manure at the time of the final land preparation is advisable. 90-40-40 kg per hectare of N-P2O5 K2O is recommended. One half, that is 40 kg nitrogen and full of P2O5 and K2O is to be applied at sowing, while remaining 40 kg nitrogen is to be applied 30 days after sowing. In case of light soil with low rainfall, 60 kg nitrogen and 30 kg P2O5 is recommended. In case of ratoon crop, 100 kg nitrogen is to be applied in 2 splits. First application should be done at 15 days after cutting and second at 45th day after cutting. Application of 10 packets of azospirillum, that is 200 gram in each packet, and 10 packets of phosphobacteria, this one also 200 gram each in packet, or 20 packets of azosphoz, this one also 200 gram in its packet, may be done for enhancing yield. If azospirillum is used, only 75% of the recommended dose of nitrogen should be applied. Next, we will see about what cropping system can be followed in sorghum. Mixed cropping of soybean, pigeon pea, black gram, green gram, and cowpea with sorghum has been found profitable in North India. Sorghum hybrid CSH6 is more suitable for mixed cropping. Most of the high-yielding varieties and hybrid matures in about 90 to 120 days and fit well in multiple crop rotations. Now we will see about its water management. Sorghum is basically a rain-fed crop. However, if sufficient rains are not received, irrigation should be given. There are 4 critical stages of growth for irrigation in sorghum, that is, flower primordial stage, which is usually occur 25 to 30 days after sowing. The next one is flake leaf stage, that is 50 to 55 days after sowing. The next one is at flowering, that is 60 to 70 days after sowing. And the last one is grain filling, that is 80 to 90 days after sowing. For scheduling of irrigation based on irrigation water by cumulative pen evaporation, that is IW by CPE ratio, 0.4 in Kharif and 0.821 in Rabi as well as summer is ideal. Next is about the weed management. Weed control during the first 6 to 8 weeks after planting is crucial. Weed can be removed mechanically, by hand, or with implements. Pre-emergent spray of atrazine at the rate of 0.5 to 1 kg active ingredient per hectare, or STOM, also known as pendimethalin, at the rate of 1.5 kg active ingredient per hectare immediately after sowing proved very effective. The integration of above herbicide with one hand weeding or hoeing 35 to 40 days after sowing may effectively control most of the weeds. Root parasite, that is Striga asiatica, can damage the crop and mainly occurs under low input farming conditions. Its management includes crop rotation with trap crops like cotton, sunflower, and groundnut. Next option to manage is hand pulling when Striga population is less. And the next one is spraying of 2,4-D at the rate of 2 kg active ingredient per hectare. Next, we will study about the major insect pests and its management. One very important insect which causes considerable yield loss in sorghum is soot fly. It is also known as Enterigona socata. Its management can be done by furrow application of carbofuran 3G at the rate of 33 kg per hectare. It can also be managed by application of cypermethrin 10 EC at the rate of 0.02% coinciding with soot fly oviposition, which normally occurs 7 to 14 days after germination. The next insect is stem borer, also known as Chilopartellus. This can be managed by application of endosulfan 4G or carbofuran 3G at the rate of 8 to 10 kg per hectare in plant rows at 20th and 35th day after germination. Next, we will discuss about disease management. The first one is downy mildew. This can be managed by seed treatment with metolazil at the rate of 3 gram per kg of seed. And this can also be managed by spraying of metolazil at the rate of 500 gram or mancozeb at the rate of 2 kg or Ziram or Ginef at the rate of 1 kg per hectare. The next disease is head mole or grain mole or head blight. This can be managed by application of mancozeb at the rate of 1 kg per hectare. Another management option is combined application of Captan at the rate of 1 kg and Oreofungin solution at the rate of 100 gram per hectare. The last one is charcoal rot. This can be managed by soil treatment with thiram at the rate of 4.5 kg per hectare at the time of sowing. Next, we will discuss about harvesting for fodder purpose sorghum. For single cut varieties, the crop is ready to harvest at 50% flowering stage, that is 65 to 75 days after sowing. However, in case of multi-cut varieties, harvesting may be done at 45 to 50 days after sowing and subsequent cuts at 1 month interval. At the flowering stage, the harvest contains low to moderate amount of hydrocyanin, that is HCN. In young harvest, the hydrocyanin content may be as high as 750 parts per million or more, which is dangerous to animals. The plants at heading stage can be safely grazed or fed. So, harvesting is to be done after 50% flowering. Next is for grain purpose sorghum. The right time for harvesting is when the grain becomes hard and contain less than 25% moisture. Harvesting may be done mechanically by using sorghum harvester or may be done manually either by stalk cut method or by removing the earhead first with sickle and cutting down the plants later on. The harvested stalk or earheads are dried on the threshing floor. In case of stalk cut methods, stalks are tied in bundles after harvesting and stacked on the threshing floor for drying. After 2 to 3 days, earheads are removed and then threshed. Next is about threshing operation. Threshing of earheads is done either by beating them with sticks or by trampling under bullock feet. Threshing may also be done with the help of threshers. The threshed grain should be winnowed and dried in the sun for 6 to 7 days. For safe storage, the moisture content should be reduced down to 13 to 15%. Now let us see how much yield we can expect. The grain yield of improved varieties under assured water supply ranges between 2.5 to 3.5 tons per hectare and that of hay between 15 to 17 tons per hectare. With improved cultural practices, it is possible to harvest nearly 5 tons of grain and about 10 to 12.5 tons of dry stover from 1 hectare under irrigated condition. Sorghum is a potential crop which can be grown well in harsh environmental situations. Recently, sorghum is being considered as a source for biofuel. As the demand for sorghum is growing globally due to its multiple uses for food, feed, and industrial sectors, proper understanding as well as adoption of technologies is a key component for increasing yield.